and welcome to Tipsy OTPs, the series where I get drunk and talk about my OTPs whilst being tipsy. I can't promise how quiet this video is going to be because my flat are having a prees, that is a pre-drinks, which means that they're all next door having alcohol and I'm in here having alcohol, but not with other people. Still, having Ribena and vodka is better than having straight vodka or indeed water, like my 2 past Tipsy OTPs. So I feel like we're going up in the world. By the 8th, 9th time that I do this, I'm gonna have some sort of like maybe Smirnoff Gold in my hand, and then I'll feel like the proper expensive bitch that I want to be. So this week, I've decided that I'm going to not just do another implied queer white male couple because that hurts my lady queer soul. So instead I thought I would use a canon lady queer couple because I thought that somehow was going to make me happy. Oh god. So this week I'm talking about Clexa, i.e. the relationship between Clark and Lexa in the series The 100. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I haven't seen the whole of The 100. I watched the 4-hour version of the series on YouTube, which basically has all the Clark and Lexa scenes plus any scenes else you need to understand what the fuck they're talking about and the various diplomatic scenes that they spend together. That being said, I needed to know and understand the pain that I saw a lot of people suffering through, so I may be almost exactly a year late in this video, but you know what? I can still be angry about it. So, if you don't know, Lexa is basically the badass warrior hero who runs 13 clans, is generally a badass, owns dragon- no wait, hang on, that's a different badass warrior queen. Clark is the kind-hearted but still determined leader of the group of people who I think were in space at one point. I'm into it though, guys. Of the 4 hours I've seen, I'm into it. I don't really know who the rest of the characters are, to be honest, but she's a badass, and she's a badass, and there's a lot of badass women just generally in this series. So well done, writers. Also, everyone is hot somehow. I mean, I'm not complaining. Why should you love these two? This series was an amazing example of how you do address the sexual tension between two characters. Supernatural writers, Sherlock writers, every other writer of every single fucking show. Take note. Also, those two were an amazing shining example of how you can have a queer relationship and then somehow it doesn't ruin the story. In fact, if I'm right in thinking, I'd say it increased the rating of your show for a lot of different people. Isn't that funny, writers? Isn't it funny by including queer characters you can, you know, help your show as opposed to hinder it? It's too soon after Sherlock, it's too soon. And one of the amazing things that I love about that show is the fact that basically everyone empowers a woman and like no one has a problem with it. There is not a single misogynistic comment which happens in that entire show. They're like, yeah, Lexa, she's the queen of the 13 clans. Yeah, she's pretty badass. And everyone's sitting in the council like, yeah, you're right. She is pretty badass. They're just the sweetest thing. They spent half the time controlling the most powerful army in the world and then the other half of the time doing a whole paint me like one of your French girls and drawing pictures of each other and like sleeping together and like staring lovingly into each other's eyes and just, you know, generally being really cute and also the cause of my death. You should also love it because it is one of the few examples of explicit lesbian relationships in any mainstream media. And oh my god, Clark, she's canonically bisexual. They didn't do the whole like, oh, she's been with a man beforehand. Would this confuse our audience? No, surprisingly not, because your audience are a hell of a lot more educated than you are. And then you just, oh fuck, see, this is how angry I'm getting. You decide to ruin it by fucking killing her off. And not only do you fucking kill Lexa off, you kill her off straight after they have sex? You didn't even give her a refractory period. It's meant to be a post-coital cigarette, not a post-coital stabbing. You just fucking blew that one. You fucking blew that one over, didn't you? For fuck's sake. I'm getting too angry about this. I'm getting too angry. It's cool, I can lick it off later. My arms are just like really sticky now. I bet that's what Clark said as well while she was covered in Lexa's blood and Lexa's... No, I'm not gonna make that joke. I'm just a girl standing in front of a media company asking them to give me happy LGBT couples. If you're out there and you are a writer, please make sure you do your duty of writing happy LGBT couples who don't die. Lexa deserved better. 2K7 always. Cheers, Lexa. feel so bad. I should probably go say hello. I will, I promise I will, but not now when I'm like this. If you have any other couples, especially people of colour couples or LGBT couples, or you know, couples with like 2 women, couples which are interesting in some way, please tell them to me down below. Did that make sense? Because I want to find them and I want to celebrate diversity in media, seeing as the fact that we have fucking none usually in media. I hit 2,000 subscribers recently, so if you want to make that number even more, click subscribe. I hope you enjoyed myself. I enjoyed myself. I had alcohol. I enjoyed myself a hell of a lot. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you'll be back for more soon. Okay, bye guys, bye!